more than glad to drop everything at the lab and come down here for lunch. There you go.
Well, isn't this fun? Our own little picnic. Now, Ed, why don't you sit over there by Jerry Joe?
Excuse me, pal.
Oh, sorry.
Jerry Joe, excuse me. This looks pretty good, too. You're not from Kansas City, I take it.
California.
Pharmacy's my field.
Semantics and ditch digging.
It's an interesting combination.
Ed, your mother tells me that you have just a wonderful surprise for her.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I just got the Rexall franchise out at the new Green Ridge Shopping Center at Lee Summit.
Isn't that wonderful? Some girl's gonna get herself a lucky prize.
I got my eye on that new housing project south of Kansas City. I think I'll be able to swing one of those nice French provincial houses next year.
Jerry Joe, those houses that you admired so in the real estate section of the Kansas City Star? It was last Sunday.
Yes, ma'am, the same. I cut out the article and saved it.
Waiting for me. There's no words. I just get off my horse and I face him. The eyes are always the same, hollow. I can see the face now, closer. I can almost smell his breath like. Fingers touching tied down guns, and I see myself facing him. Butt naked.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Stick me in prison?
She says you're selling drugs out of the juke joint, and she's willing to testify.
Oh. Oh. The whole thing was her idea.
So, when you were distributing controlled substances, you were just a hired hand, is that right?
I suppose. Coffee? What are you doing here, Alfred? How did you get here?
Train.
From where, Alfred? Where's home? Are you a fugitive, Alfred?
I'm free.
You know you made fools out of all of us, don't you? And I'm supposedly a very wise old man. Why on earth would you pretend to be mute, son?
I've been caught many times. But every time they think I'm dumb, deaf, or something. What good is a slave that doesn't listen? Right?
We must prove to God that we are His most faithful servants. Every day, He will be tempted and drawn by the evil fruits of worldly sinners. As we live by the law of patriarchs of old, we will submit to the will of God, and He alone who can take you to the celestial. kingdom. You must accept suffering and embrace it.
Emily, I have news. We have a maid who does the cooking. It wouldn't hurt you to cook once in a while.
I'm far too busy with work to cook all the time.
Work? Work? You call that design crap work? The only reason you go to the office is so these guys can admire your legs. Not that there's much to admire.
But you're a relatively consistent worker. But from now on, Jake, every email that you write, every email, every word, every thought will have to go through this office, come through that machine. I will have to read it. Do you understand, Jake? Do not let this happen again.
I don't like the looks of him.
Who are you talking about?
Him. He's got that look, like he's seen too much. I used to see that look in the eyes of my buddies just before they'd snap.
You still live in that nightmare?
No, I'm living this one.
Sweet baby Jesus.
That's better than yours.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. You're going to be looking like it. You better be living it.
What are you doing?
I hate it when you ask stupid questions.
I mean, this is a joke, right? Somebody at the station is screwing with me, right? Somebody set this up? Huh?
This is no joke.